Global human rights body Amnesty International and its civil society partners working in Port Harcourt, Rivers State have condemned the ongoing forced eviction of waterfront communities in the Diobu axis of the city. Amnesty made the condemnation in a joint statement with Justice and Empowerment Initiative, Nigerian Slum and Informal Settlement Federation, Social Action Collaborative, Media Advocacy Platform, and Center for Human Rights, Environmental Rights Action, Friends of the Earth and Development. According to the groups, over 2,000 people were already displaced from their homes, while tens of thousands in neighboring communities are under imminent threat. The statement reads, the first eviction began in Elechi Phase 1 waterfront community in the morning hours of January 29, 2022, without adequate notice nor any form of consultation by the Rivers State government, whose task force came for demolition together with security forces, including Operation Sting from the Rivers State Police Command, after the residents peacefully formed a human shield to prevent the excavator from entering the community. The demolition squad used the premises of a neighboring company and broke a company wall to enter into the waterfront and commence the first eviction of hundreds of homes and businesses. By nightfall, hundreds of families were rendered homeless, guarding their lives and properties in the open with nowhere to go. The excavator that has forcibly evicted as many as 470 households in Elechi Phase 1 over the course of January 29, 2022 remained in the community at nightfall. Another 15 neighboring communities are under immediate threats of forced eviction should the demolition squad continue working. The total population of Diobu waterfront was estimated at 60,000 as of a 2016 community-led census. The eviction threats began with the New Year address given by Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike on December 31st, 2021, which declared a crackdown on identified criminals' hideouts in Port Harcourt Township and the Lower Buchi axis of Diobu starting from second week of January, a vague menace that struck fear in the ears of waterfront communities who have seen previous administrations use such uh, fearmongering and smear campaigns to justify forced evictions of waterfront communities like Ajib 2004 and 5, Njemanzi 2009 and Abunema Wharf 2012. Waterfront communities from Diobu came together to discuss the threat and wrote a joint letter to the governor on 7th of January 2022, expressing their fears and requesting an audience to discuss community government partnership to address security concerns and strengthen community policing instead of evictions. Despite many attempts to follow up, there has been no reply from the Rivers State Governor's office since that letter and no effort to engage or consult communities. On 19th of January 2022, the Rivers State Government Task Force visited several waterfront communities in the Diobu axis of Port Harcourt, arbitrarily marked homes for demolition and told residents they should vacate within 7 days. There was no written notice and no effort to engage in dialogue. Since that time, the communities have made several further appeals for dialogue to the Rivers State government by way of local news media and through different contact persons, all to no avail. On January 24th, 2022, an urgent matter was brought by Justice and Empowerment Initiatives Nigeria in the Rivers State High Court to enforce the fundamental rights of residents under threat of eviction and seek emergency injunctions. However, despite an affidavit of urgency filed with the process and urgency that is meant to govern fundamental rights enforcement cases, the matter is yet to be assigned to a specific court as at when the eviction began on 29 January 2021. First eviction such as has taken place in Elechi Phase 1 community and is threatened in 15 neighboring communities are a gross violation of national and international human rights law. Governments have a duty to respect the right to adequate shelter, the right to fair hearing and due process of law, the right to property, the right to dignity of human person, the rights protected by the Nigerian Constitution as well as regional and international treaties to which Nigeria is party. Nigerian courts have specifically found that evictions of people from the homes and communities they have occupied for years and where they have formed social and economic attachments without prior consultation and resettlement is a violation of the right to dignity of the human person. Further, extensive research has documented the immediate and long-term impact of forced evictions from homelessness that can last weeks, months, or years to loss of livelihood, negative health consequences and health, separation of families, interruption of education, and so on. Forced evictions are also counterproductive in terms of cities development and security related objectives. As we condemn the forced eviction of Elechi Phase 1 waterfront, we call on the Rivers State government and federal government of the Republic of Nigeria to put an immediate stop to the forced evictions in Port Harcourt, to provide immediate shelter and emergency relief for those displaced and engage with evictees to plan for the reconstruction of their homes and livelihoods. We stand ready to support the communities to constructively engage in finding win-win alternatives. Okay, when you hear this kind of a thing, you begin to ask, does it mean the government is not aware of this law here and there, fundamental this, fundamental that? You begin to hear different departments that you begin to ask yourself, with all these people departments being created in this country, the country is just still backward. Everything is just being created just for creating sake, because by the time the government will want to respond, they are going to be giving a different version of this whole thing. And don't forget, even if we were to go with this Amnesty International, their own submission, don't forget that even if Nigeria government is aware, whether at the federal level or at the state level, they don't even obey law. They don't obey order from the court. They don't obey it. They can do and undo, but I believe they will still have their own way of justifying what they have done, because the way Amnesty International has painted it, oh, as if these guys don't even know what they do. But you can't even take the fact that they always flat court order. They don't respect your right in any form. So they are known for that. But I believe that they will have a way of defending themselves. And when these Amnesty thug nationals condemn xenophobic attacks against Nigerians in South Africa, Ghana and the rest, I blame the government for not demolishing their office in Nigeria like other countries have done long ago. Obasanjo retired from politics, but his Amnesty thug nationals are still very actively in politics. Well, Amnesty International, my foot, condemning without carrying out any action. Mad people everywhere. So-called Wike should understand that 70% of Rivers State indigenes is Igbos. He will end up destroying even his own home and his people. Well, we are going to be hearing from them, because they will tell you they have rights, they know this, they will tell you, they will paint the whole thing even to suit them and favor them. Let us know your own points of view from what has happened in the comment section.